I guess when I was making it, I really loved it. I mean, I love everything I put out. I think I really loved Belong Together because every time I showed it to someone, um, they would really like it. You and me belong together like cold iced tea and warm weather.
Studio 96. Zaprasza Mateusz Opyrchał.
Thank you so much, Mark, for your time. It's a great pleasure to have you here.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Did I wake you up?
Almost. I mean, I woke up probably like about an hour ago.
So what's the first thing you do in the morning when you get up?
I guess it kind of depends because when we're on tour, it's different than when I'm home or like for example, today, like I have new music coming and we're shooting a video today, so I had to get up early to get ready. So because after this, I go head over there. So yeah, I mean, it all kind of depends, but usually the first thing I do is I try to go for a little walk and listen to music and then get coffee. Like, so I have my coffee right now.
Okay, I thought that the first thing you do in the morning is just smiling because you're such a positive man with such a good vibes. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess a little bit.
Yeah, we are here to talk about your music, Mark, because Being Together is now a huge song in Poland, like a huge hit. Thanks a lot for the good vibes you delivered with this song. You made it.
Thanks so much. Yeah, it means the world that I mean, I made it alone in my parents' basement. So the fact that it's in New York, so the fact that it's all the way in Poland from a small basement in New York is really cool.
So what's the story behind Belong Together? Have you ever expect that this song is gonna explode and go viral? Do you remember the first time you realized that, oh my God, I'm an artist now, so this is huge?
Yeah, I mean, I guess when I was making it, I really loved it. I mean, I love everything I put out. I think I really loved Belong Together because every time I showed it to someone, they would really like it, and I guess that made me feel like I had a good feeling that it was gonna at least do a little bit well. And I don't know, I kind of just when it came out, it just started doing well online, and then from there, it just kind of reached as many people and just slowly spread across the world. And I didn't expect it to be as big as it's turned into. And but I'm very grateful for all of it. It's all been pretty crazy year. For a long time, I was just putting out kind of singles before Rockwood. And I think when I put out a song, I have a song called Good to Be. That was kind of the first song off of Rockwood, and Belong Together was the third song off of Rockwood. And once I started writing, like Belong Together and Good to Be, in that period of writing that I was in, it just felt like an album. It felt like where I was from, my hometown. It felt like the person I am and the energy that I like feel like I have. And just ever since writing those songs, I just knew that I wanted to put out my debut album. And yeah, it was an amazing feeling. I guess it took me probably a little less than a year to get it all together. And I went on my first tour last year, and now I'm in the middle of my second, which is crazy. And yeah, it's been a crazy journey.
So all the Rockwood thing, the parents' basement, your hometown, your house, it is all because you're so sentimental guy?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I love where I'm from. My best friends are still my friends from my hometown. And yeah, I think just that's always been important to me, and it's kind of it's a big part of who I am, is where I'm from, and I feel like I try to be proud of that, and I don't know, because it made me into the person that I am, and I'm grateful for that. So yeah, I do think I definitely am sentimental, and I'm definitely nostalgic. I like look back on things that happened in the past, kind of, and glorify them, even if sometimes they weren't as good as I remember them being. In high school, I had a friend that I knew who wrote her own songs, and I always thought that was cool. I had played piano my whole life because my mom had me take lessons growing up. So, and I never sang for anyone. So it felt weird. So I asked that girl one time, I said, "How do you write a song?" And she told me her way of doing it. and I'd kept it in the back of my head. And fast forward to the summer going into college, university, I didn't want to leave home because I love home. I was like I just said, and me and my girlfriend had broken up because I was leaving and, kind of starting this whole new little reputation at a new school or university or whatever. Just, it felt like daunting. And that's when I turned to just trying to write a song. I remember what she said, and I played piano. My parents weren't home, and I was like, I'm just going to try to write a song. I don't remember why really, but I kind of just ran with that thought, and I wrote my first song, and I recorded it on my phone, and I was proud of it, so I sent it to my parents in a group chat. And a few hours later, I said, hey, what do you guys think of this? And a few hours later, like I said, I'd never sang for them. A few hours later, my mom responded, hey, Dad and I love this song. Who's the artist? And I was like, Mom, it's me. And she was like, she's like, what? And that was kind of just the beginning that was the first time that it ever happened. And I kind of just took that and just ran and just kept writing. And then I picked up, I started learning GarageBand, and that turned into Logic. And I picked up acoustic guitar, and yeah, just tried to get better at all of the aspects of making music.
So you haven't sang for your parents?
Before that moment where they hadn't heard me sing, I always it made me feel uncomfortable. I'd get all red when I would like sing in front of anyone or have to do stuff like that. And then I think just doing it more from that first point of me writing a song till now, it's just made me more comfortable, but it's definitely a bit vulnerable at first, I think.
So is there any chance I ask you to sing a cappella Belong Together, just a sneak peek?
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Ready? You and me belong together like cold iced tea and warm weather. There you go.
Yeah.
My neighbor probably.
I have to tell you that this song and whole record, Rockwood record, reminds me of a good times, like a mountain trip or spending time with your friends. So these are my emotions with your music. What about yours?
I love that. I think I would associate it with a lot of the same things. I think obviously home, but also I love when I'm not making music, I'm outside with my friends. We're hiking, we're camping, we're going on a road trip or just out to eat or whatever it is, maybe cooking together. So I kind of associate it with the same things. I love that you're saying that.
What did you feel when you played a concert in Times Square, closing 2024?
Oh, that was crazy. That was crazy. I mean, I'm from New York, so I grew up watching, just like the world, I grew up watching the Times Square New Year's Eve thing. So to be asked to sing there was pretty cool. And it was definitely a unique experience. We got to spend New Year's Eve in Times Square. So that was a really fun way to end last year.
So what's your plans for the rest of the year?
Yeah, so tour starts back up in a week, and then that's the end of the Rockwood tour. And then we have music festivals in the summer. And I've been spending the past few months writing new music. So I have a bunch of new music that I'll be playing on the road coming up and putting out, and in the midst of all this. And yeah, that's the plan right now. And then in the fall, things are up in the air. We're not sure yet for the fall, but that's in the immediate future, that's what the plan is.
So we can't wait for your concert in Warsaw, Mark. We'll see you.
I'm so excited. I will. You got to recommend where I got to go get food or what I have to eat.
On every corner, you get some.
Okay. Good to know. Yeah, I can't wait. I've never been there. It's going to be a fun one.
Studio 96. Zaprasza Mateusz Opyrchał.